Hey guys, be sure to press like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about feeling loved in the Philippines. If there's one thing in the Philippines you don't have to worry about is about not feeling loved. Because one thing I notice here is that my friends here have become my family. We've talked about this before in the past, actually quite a lot. And I want to touch on this a little bit more because a lot of guys, when they come from the United States, they have like this feeling of emptiness, and they're leaving behind a lot of stuff, a lot of junk, a lot of baggage on that tarmac when they leave. And I tell you guys, make sure you leave that there. Make sure you leave it there. Don't take it over here and wreck your life over here. Don't do it. In all sincerity, leave all that garbage and junk home. We talk about this all the time. I just want to hammer that home. Because it's important to you starting a new positive life over here. One of the things over here that I really enjoy about the Philippines is that when I strike up a friendship with somebody new, or I meet somebody new here that's a Filipino, there's almost an automatic connection with those people. And granted, sometimes you run into people where the connection might be about money or something like that, and just kind of stay away from those people or whatever. But there's so many other people out there that I have an honest connection with where they don't ask me for things. Or if they do, it's usually in a genuine fashion, and they'll pay me back or whatever if it's a loan or something like that. And I don't want to get too much into loans and stuff, but that's part of relationships sometimes over here. And it's not always about money. I'll tell you something, 95% of the relationships that I get into over here with friends, okay, when I have a friendship over here, 95% of them are true blue relationships where the people give me just as much as I give them. That's what a friendship is really about, okay? And one of the things I feel over here is that when holidays come around, I usually invite my friends to Thanksgiving dinner or to a Christmas dinner. We all get together. Now with the ECQ and GCQ, we haven't been able to do that, unfortunately. But we've had small gatherings, okay? But it's something that I usually like to do. I like to get together around Thanksgiving or Christmas and just meet with everybody and just let them know that I care about them. And I love them too. And I let the people around me know that I really care about them. You have to let people know that you love them and care about them. We've spoke about this before in the past, about how I tell people that I care about, because it's one thing that's missing in the United States. Over here, I don't let a moment go by without telling people that I love them, to people that I see that I do really care about. I let them know daily, that I love them. And we've done this before. We've talked about this before. We've had conversations about this before. And, I've made a lot of friendships with subscribers and people like that. And I've learned to, love those people too, because they've become a part of my life. Some of them I've actually met physically, stuff like that. We've become close friends. We talk on the phone once in a while or stuff like that. And that's part of having healthy friendships. A lot of friendships back in the United States, they've kind of become toxic because of the political atmosphere. I don't know what it is. It's just something toxic back there. It's not even just all politics. It's just like, if you don't like what I like, then I don't want to be your friend. And if you don't agree with me, I don't want to be your friend. That's the way it's become back home. It's not like that here. That's gone. All that stuff's gone. So when you come over here, don't bring that crap with you. We bring this up every once in a while because it's important for you to understand that it's totally different over here. And the one thing I noticed is the Filipinos notice that back home. They bring it up once in a while and say, why do you guys all, fight with each other and hate each other and stuff like that and have all this stuff going on? And, and I just tell them, because that's the way the United States is. Because I don't even want to get into it. Because you know what? I don't want to explain all that stuff because that's my past. Let it go. We bring it up once in a while because I'm trying to hammer it home to you guys not to bring that crap over here, because when you bring it over here and you bring it into the expat communities, it just kind of wrecks the community. And I see a lot of the communities here, like up north, there's a few of them that are already wrecked because of all the politics and bull. We do talk politics on here a little bit. occasionally, but for the most part, we don't. We try not to. We bring it up in the aspect of like trying to teach people to leave that political agenda home. Because you don't need that agenda over here. You can't vote over here, so leave it home. You can vote in the United States, but you can't vote here in the Philippines. But I mean, if you want to vote, go out and vote, but you don't have to talk about it. You know what I mean? Because over here, I'd rather just be friends with somebody. I don't want to hear about your political agenda or your political affiliation and stuff like that, because you know what? In the end, over here, it's not going to matter anymore if you plan on living here the rest of your life. The United States is past history for you. It really is. Unless you're planning on going home and staying home, a few months out of the year or something like that, it really doesn't matter that much to you. Yeah, do I care about it? Hell yeah, I do. Do I care about my country? Hell yes, I do. But I see a lot of stuff back there that I don't like. And I don't want to bring that here. No way. That's one reason why I left. And a lot of you guys that write to me tell me the same thing, that you guys feel exactly the same way as I do. I don't care what affiliation somebody is. I just want to be friends. We keep discussing this every once in a while because I think it's an important thing. Because love here trumps all that BS. Okay, it really does. Okay, love here trumps that. Because you're going to find that you're going to have a genuine love for the people here, more so than you do back home. And they're going to have a genuine love for you too. You're going to see people when you go to the barber shop, and you're going to make new friends at restaurants. Your doctor, my doctor and I are really, really close friends. We've become friends. Every time I go there, I tell her how much I really care for her, because I do, because that woman has helped me so much. It's incredible. I have this incredible doctor in Manila, at the VA, and we've become, really good friends. Every time we see each other, we talk and we have a good conversation. And, I tell her my health issues and all that stuff. But we also talk other stuff while we're chatting and stuff like that. And I've really, grown to really love my doctor, because she's just such a sweet person and kind person. And it's not often that you meet people like that. But in the Philippines, you meet them all the time. You meet them all the time. I mean, we've made friends from, trying to help subscribers find apartments or something like that, and we've got to meet some of the landlords. We've made friends with a few of the landlords. We've made some very close friends, and sometimes we get to see them a lot, and sometimes we don't get to see them very much, but we still care about them, and we still talk on occasion, and I've made a lot of friends, going out and doing mission work too, and we talk on occasion, and we see each other on occasion, and we let each other know that we love each other or whatever, and it's important to let these people know that you love them, and they're going to let you know too, because I always usually get that back in one way or another. Sometimes they're a little bit shy to say I love you, but sometimes they say it right back too, and it's kind of cool. And we talk about that often on this channel because I think it's important. It really is important. I know some people say, I don't want to get into all that stuff. That's all garbage. No, love is important. Make it a part of your life. Because I think a lot of times when we were all wrapped up in work and stuff like that, when we were working 1 or 2 jobs or something like that, we kind of forget about that stuff. The real meaning of the world. What makes the world go around? Love makes the world go around. It might sound stupid and kind of corny or something like that, but in reality, it's the truth. Use that word more in your mouth and you'll get places, both with your family and friends. That's a big word. It's a word that we don't use enough in our vocabulary when we're talking to friends, family. Just to say that word, I love you. Does it kill you? But anyway, guys, we've gone through this before. I just want to put it out there. There's a lot of love to be had here in the Philippines. For a lot of you lonely guys back home, I think you'll like it here. And even if you come over here and you plan to stay single and you make new friends and stuff like that, be careful and be wise about who you choose. But if you see a genuine friendship there, make sure you let them know that you care for them and you love them too. You'll get it back, I guarantee. In 99% of the cases, But you still got to have a head on your shoulders to make sure somebody's not going to be taking advantage of you or whatever too. And that's key. You know, the majority of Filipino families over here are really decent people, especially the middle class people. The lower class people don't pick up a lot of that in their childhood for one reason or another. The middle class tend to have more of that. Okay, so I do notice that the lower classes, financial class, the lower classes of people over here in the Philippines, like the poorer people, they tend to have more bad habits. And you got to kind of be careful with them. Not to say that they're bad, they just have more bad habits. And be wise around those people. You know, the middle class, lower middle class, upper middle class, you're pretty safe with those people. I find they're good, decent people, the majority of them. You know, and don't be free with your money and things like that, guys, over here. You know, but right now we're talking about friendships and relationships. But that all plays in sometimes, and I wanted to touch on that a little bit in this. But, you know, make sure that if you do love somebody, you do care somebody, make sure that you tell them that. You'll get it back tenfold. It's one thing I notice around here is everybody is always willing to help me when I need help. And I try to help them when I can help them too. But anyway, guys, I hope that helps a little bit. I hope that makes some of you guys back home that are kind of lonely and you're coming over here because you don't have anybody left back home. Your kids have up and took off or whatever, don't talk to you anymore. Your relatives have all died off, or you just kind of find yourself like off in your own little world in your family, and you're just sick and tired of being in that position. Philippines is the place for you. It is, you know, because you'll find what you're looking for here, and you can make your own little expat world over here. God bless, guys. Take care.